Hello everyone, my name is Weitong Li, and my topic for the persuasive speech are why are Swiss shops not meeting the basic social corporate responsibility requirements? These are two pictures I found on Google. It is a great representation of the Swiss shop. As you can see, most workers are child labor and the working conditions are extremely dirty and difficult. The reason I choose this topic is because I'm from China, which is also known as the world factory. Therefore, I have saw many of those sweatshops and noticed how bad the condition is in those places and how harmful it is for the society and the environment. In today's speech, I will explain how sweatshops work and what negative impact it causes for society. Lastly, I will try to offer a solution to this issue. The sweatshop has become common in the developing countries, although international companies such as Nike's, Adidas, and Apple's have very beautiful design fashion models, while their factories are mostly in the developing countries. And plus, those international companies want to make high profit as high as possible. And since there is lack of regulation in those countries, so they took advantage of this and used child labor on unsafe equipment to lower the cost. This is a showing of lack of corporate social responsibility. The workers in those developing countries are treated like animals. Most of them are teenagers and working over 16 hours per day. And based on an article in New York Times, it states Gap used child labor in India with overtime and horrible working conditions. It states that children, some as young as 10, were working for up to 16 hours a day to embroider clothes. Children, child labor should be banned because no matter how poor is the country, the next generation is always the hope. And if all the kids are working for the factory instead of studying in the school, then there will be no future for that country. In addition, another article from New York Times states that near Hong Kong, factory workers lose or break about 40,000 fingers on the job every year. And this is 2008. Since the factory does not use a tool that have basic safety feature on there to protect the worker, instead they choose to save a little money. Therefore, workers are in a sweatshop are very commonly to get injury. All those actions they had, which is not even offering the basic human rights to their workers. Companies like them should be helping the society become better. However, they did the totally opposite, which is super sad, right? Therefore, we should act together to resist the sweatshop and to help them end it as soon as possible. This was an issue that discussed for a long period of time. However, since American law can only regulate business activities that done in US, the local governments in those developing countries are wants to improving their economics. So this issue has not been solved until now. Due to the complexity of this issue, those international companies are not the only responsible for this problem. In fact, the local government, the global organization, and including the customer are all responsible for this. The solution for this issue are actually not as hard as everybody thought. As long as there are more and more people notice this, more and more people realize this, care about this, and act about this, those international companies will change the working conditions for the workers in the developing countries for better public relations, since this is not going to cost them tremendously amount of money. They still will have large amount of profit to make after they improve the working condition of the factory. Therefore, I'm asking every one of you, if you think my point of view is correct, if you agree with me, if you think those workers are treated unfairly, then please write an email to those stores like Walmart, Nike, Apple, leave comments in their Twitter to let them know that we do care. And if you can, please educate and more people to let them know the unfairness behind this. Convince them do not use the product of the companies that use that use sweatshop. Overall, in today's speech, I explain why the sweatshop exists and why it's harmful for the society. And I try my best to offer a solution. If you agree with my point of view and you think I'm on the right track, then uh, please act. Hope we can make this world a little bit better by doing the small things like this. Thank you. That's all. That's all my speech.